Well, the trade mission format is actually ideal because it's a niche that nobody else really fulfills. Language education programs have a tough time finding a place between education, higher education, K-12, even tourism. Yet the need is there, and as many people know, the majority of the international students that come to Canada belong to the language education sector. So there is nothing out there for the language education sector. There are workshops where many get together, but there's nothing that really targets them and targets Canada. A trade mission is a perfect format for that. You know, we have 20 of some of the country's best language educational institutions participating. We match them with the best agents out there through the research done by student marketing, and they have a great opportunity to actually meet face-to-face in the educational agency's home country. It's a measure of respect, and it's a way for us to really inform ourselves about the market, because we have, of course, the full support and participation of the Government of Canada, including the Department of Foreign Affairs and International Trade, who host our events and support us with logistics, as well as the Citizenship and Immigration Canada. So all in all, we get information, we meet the right people, and we organize everything so that the participating institutions are the ones that can really concentrate. They don't have to worry about anything. They can focus on education. Eastern Europe is a very, very interesting region and a very interesting market for us. I think it has diversity, first of all. You know, we've been in Russia, Ukraine, and Turkey, so different languages, different cultures, different approaches, and these are markets that we have not in the past been able to truly penetrate. When we think that there are over 40,000 students that leave Turkey every year to learn a language elsewhere, and that only 1,500 come to Canada, something is not right. That's why we're here, to correct it. The trade mission has been a fantastic success. I am really, really pleased with the outcome. Logistics have worked out really well. I think the venues have been fantastic. The input and collaboration and participation from our missions abroad, the Canadian embassies and consulates, has been absolutely superb. I believe that they see and they understand how important language education is for education at large and also for the Canadian economy. Of course, we won't really know what the results are for another 6 months. Will we get more students? Will the distribution channels work properly? Will the flow of students be appropriate? That we will find out in 6 months, so tune in for that particular report. We've had 20 Canadian educational institutions, public sector, private sector. We've had universities, colleges, private schools, so they have participated, each one of them sending a representative. In each of the target markets, that is in Moscow, Kiev, and Istanbul, we've had at least 20 educational agencies represented, so that would be 60. I would say at the minimum. That brings the total number of participants to 80. And apart from that, of course, we've had the people, the staff from the embassies. In Moscow, we had a presentation from Citizenship and Immigration Canada, official over there. Same thing in Kiev, same thing in Istanbul. These have been absolutely key and essential. Our members, who already are experts in this area, learned. And apart from that, of course, senior trade officials have been present to introduce the market to the participants, to really explain how the trade relationship and the political relationship between the countries work. And this has also been invaluable. In Moscow, we had, of course, the presence of the ambassador, who was there for the agreement that was signed between Languages Canada and the Association of Russian Educational Agencies, which is a first. And I'm very happy to be able to announce that, and I'm very eager to see the results of that. It pays to work with the best. It pays to be able to focus on what we need to do. My role over here is clear and simple, is to provide leadership and to provide insight, to to determine the trends. It's more of a strategic approach. Our members, of course, are top quality. The embassy staff are top quality. And of course, working with student marketing has allowed us to really be able to do that. Logistics should not be part of the trade mission issue for participants, and in this case it wasn't. We felt taken care of, we were able to focus on business, and this is absolutely essential to the success of any activity. I think in this case it would be particularly so because there was the combination of the actual logistics themselves, but also the agencies. Who are they? You know, how do we find them? Without the right partners here, the mission is a failure. And I think for all intents and purposes and by all accounts, it seems that we have placed the right partners from the target destinations together with our members. That's work done by student marketing as well.